Welcome to our newest show here in 2025. It's the Miami Marlins Minor League Report, and what better way to celebrate an excellent beginning to the season for all four Marlins affiliates in their first full week of action. AAA Jacksonville, AA Pensacola, High A Beloit, and Low A Jupiter. For AAA Jacksonville, what a start to the season. They're 11-3. They have won 7 games in a row entering play on Sunday, bidding for their first sweep of a series since 2019 against the Charlotte Knights today. And during this 7-game run, they have been playing terrific defense. Runner goes 0-2, pitch is looped in the air, shallow center field, long run for Almora. Still coming forward, he slides and he makes the catch. He gets up, fires back to first base. It's cut off. Winkler fires to first. Johnston's got a double play. Their pitching has been absolutely excellent. 0-2. Swing and a miss and a high fastball, strike 3. Junk dials it up to 96, and he's got a career-high 10 punch-outs through 6 innings. And the bats like Augustine Ramirez are starting to come around as well.
2-0. Swings, crushes that ball to left. Mitchell back, turns around. It's way out of here, and it's a lead for Jacksonville. A solo shot on the second home run of 2025 for Augustine Ramirez.
They have taken their first 3 series of the season for only the second time since 2005. Jacksonville also running the bases incredibly. 43 steals through 14 games. That leads all of minor league baseball. The last time a Jacksonville squad was in the top 3 of their league in steals was way back in 2008. I'm Scott Kornberg. Let's send it to AA with Erik Bremer.
Hello to all our brothers and sisters in the Marlins minor league system. This is AA Pensacola Blue Wahoos broadcaster Erik Bremer with an update on the first place Wahoos, who have gotten off to a great start in 2025. On Saturday night, the Blue Wahoos beat the Montgomery Biscuits by a score of 10-5. In doing so, they improved to a league best 6-2 on the year. And yes, Joe Mack, the returning team MVP, has gotten off to a great start. He's batting .350 with plenty of extra base hits and 2 home runs. But the star of the show has been Kemp Alderman. Alderman, coming off of a red-hot Arizona Fall League, got off to a great start on opening weekend. In fact, he was named the Southern League Player of the Week, thanks to a grand slam last Saturday night. This Saturday night, exactly 1 week later, might have been his best performance as a professional. His first pro multi-homer game, he hit a 3-run homer in his first at-bat, a solo homer in his next at-bat. He ultimately finished 4 for 5 with 5 RBI. He's the only man in the Southern League with 3 home runs. He also leads the circuit in RBI, and he is anchoring what seems to be a pretty good AA lineup. Wahoos will face their first road test beginning on Tuesday as they take on the new team in the Southern League, the Columbus Clingstones, the former Mississippi Braves. We'll see how this team plays away from the friendly confines of Blue Wahoo Stadium, where they've already played in front of 4 sellout crowds. This has been Erik Bremer with your Wahoos update.
Thanks, Erik. Let's take a look at how the High A affiliate to the Miami Marlins, the Beloit Skycarp, are faring so far in 2025. They started off the year on a high note, sweeping the South Bend Cubs in a 3-game weekend set, and currently, if they win today at 105 against the Cedar Rapids Colonels, they will earn a series split in Cedar Rapids. They take on first-place Quad Cities next Tuesday, and currently the Skycarps sit at 5-3, 1 game behind those first-place Quad Cities River Bandits in the Midwest Western Division. Around the league, Beloit has a couple of guys scattered atop some of the league leaders. Yiddy Cappy is currently 4th with a .364 batting average. For RBIs, Ryan Ignafo is tied for 2nd with 10 runs batted in. In 4th place in home runs, also Ryan Ignafo with 2. And Jay Bashirs has a .538 on-base percentage. Looking at some of the rest of the Beloit Skycarp, on their roster, Colby Shade has a .294 batting average, so he sits in 4th place on the Skycarp. He also has 3 stolen bags, which is tied for 4th on the Skycarp. Leading the Skycarp in stolen bases is Eric Boyd with 7 and Yiddy Cappy with 4. On the pitching side, Beloit has a couple of top pitching prospects. Thomas White, Noble Meyer. Thomas White in 2 starts has tossed 7 innings, allowing just 2 runs, both earned on 5 hits with 9 strikeouts, and that is tied for the Beloit lead. He's also holding opponents to a .192 batting average. Noble Meyer has just made 1 start. He threw 4 2/3 scoreless, striking out 2, and just scattering 3 hits around the ballpark. Opponents right now, through 1 start, are hitting just 176 off of Noble Meyer. In the bullpen, Beloit's had themselves a really good bullpen as well. Leading the way there is Jesse Bergen. He has a 1.69 ERA in 3 bullpen appearances. He's totaled 5 1/3 innings, allowing just 1 earned run on 4 hits with 9 strikeouts. He's also perfect in saves this year, 2 for 2, and his ERA is 1.69. For High A Beloit, I'm Matt Davis. Let's kick it over to Adam Glover, who's standing by with a report on Low A Jupiter.
Well, down in Jupiter, the Hammerheads have been running wild with 30 stolen bases through the first 8 games played this season. 10 different Hammerheads have at least swiped 1 base, and 5 different Hammerheads have at least 4 stolen bases so far this season. It's a big reason as to why the Hammerheads right now are in a tie for first place at 5-3 with the Palm Beach Cardinals in the Florida State League East Division. Now, for the Hammerheads, they got off to a great start. They won an opening series at the St. Lucie Mets with a couple of shutouts, but they fell behind in their current series against the Dunedin Blue Jays, dropping the first 2 games, but they've been able to rally off 3 straight wins thanks to a huge walk-off on Thursday, April 10th. They have 2 one-run victories in that 3-game stretch, and they won yesterday 13-6. So they have an opportunity today to win their 2nd consecutive series to open up the season. Offensively, things have been a little bit slow. They're only hitting .210 as a team, but they're on base at .354. But Jacob Jenkins-Cowart has been off to a fantastic start. He's hitting .350 in 5 games played so far this year, a complete turnaround from what he did last year in Jupiter when he hit slightly below the Mendoza line in 28 games. The biggest change for him also being the RBIs. In 105 at-bats last year, he drove in 7. This season, in just 20 at-bats, he already has 8 RBIs. The pitching's been much better for Jupiter, though. Their whip has been excellent. Their opponents are hitting just .205, and a big reason as well has been starter Nick Brink, who in 2 starts and 8 1/3 innings has not allowed an earned run. His whip at 1.20. The strikeout number's a little down at 6, but he's not walking batters, and again, he has not allowed an earned run, so he's been a very consistent arm out there on the mound. Another big reason, again, as to why Jupiter currently sits at 5-3, and they're off to another really good start this season. This has been an update on the Jupiter Hammerheads, and I'm Adam Glover.
That is our first edition of the Miami Marlins Minor League Report. Catch it every single Sunday. Big thanks to Erik Bremer in Pensacola, Matt Davis, Adam Glover. I'm Scott Kornberg. The Jumbo Shrimp getting ready to take on the Charlotte Knights. We'll continue the pregame show next on the Jumbo Shrimp Network.